and welcome back to BeeSaddity TV, where we talk about anything and everything relating to beauty, lifestyle, and self-improvement. If you're new here, my name is Bianca. Make sure you join the family, get acquainted, and of course, make sure you subscribe. And if you're not new here, hey girl, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a 2023 reset, do some reflecting on 2022, some goal setting for 2023, and then lastly, I want to work together on creating an effective vision board that will help us kind of guide us and keep us accountable with all of our goals throughout all of 2023. And I really don't want this video to be like I'm talking to or at you guys. I definitely want this to be interactive and collaborative. So I'm going to ask you guys to pause this, grab a planner, a pen, a notebook, a laptop, whatever you guys use, whatever is best for your workspace, grab that and come sit down because we're going to be doing these exercises together. So you go ahead and grab that and then just keep on watching if you want to see how we're going to set our goals intentionally for 2023. We want to start off with reflecting. Now, reflection. I haven't really brought it to the channel yet, but if you guys can see, I have 1K balloons because we hit 1K. We, as in you and I, as us, as we. We hit 1K on the channel. Round of applause. I just want to say thank you. Like, I can't even fathom that I've gotten this far. If you're not new here, you've been here for a while, then you know that my goal for 2022 was to reach my 1,000 subscribers and monetize my channel. And I did just that. So I wanted to thank all of you guys from the bottom of my heart because I wouldn't be here without you guys. And with that being said, I wanted to use that as an example for things on how to reflect in 2022. So for me, when you think of reflection, you want to think about what worked, what didn't work, what did I achieve? So what I want all of you guys to do is comment down below one thing that you guys achieved in 2022. Now, once you comment below what you achieved, look at some of the things, try to reflect on how you were able to achieve that. What things worked, what did not work, what could have taken, what fell through the cracks. And I'll use my subscriber count as an example. I think what worked for me was not comparing myself to other people, showing up as my authentic self. And I think consistency. You guys always hear with social media, and I don't want this whole video to be based on social media. I'm just merely using it as an example. But you hear people like, oh, consistency, consistency, consistency. And even though that is a huge part of it, I think the bigger part is showing up as your true authentic self and allowing your tribe. In my case, I showed up as myself, and that's when my channel started to grow. And that's when you guys were able to find me. I feel like the moment I stopped creating content that I thought people wanted to see and genuinely started creating content that I wanted to provide, that's when the channel growth happened. Some examples of that, my skincare routine. I was so scared to post my skincare routine. To be honest, I don't know why. But I was so scared to post it, and you guys ate that up. Texturizing my hair, that was another big one that I was on the fence about for months. Before even posting, I was on the fence about doing it for myself because y'all know during COVID especially, and even a little bit before that, I feel like society kind of made it like criminal to put chemicals in your hair. And if you did put chemicals in your hair, it was shown as not loving yourself. When it's like, no, I love myself, but I also know that I have to deal with 1,000 different things that the average woman doesn't have to deal with because my hair is just, it's high maintenance. And that's okay. High maintenance is okay. But my lifestyle doesn't call for the high maintenance. Like, it doesn't really fit, right? So I had to do what was best for me. And documenting that, I found a whole tribe that feels the same exact way, that suffers the same exact issues. So if I didn't post that, those two videos are two examples. But if I didn't post videos like that where I showed up as my authentic self, we wouldn't be here today. So kind of reflect on what you did or what changes you made that led you to those accomplishments that you had in 2022. So now that we have reflected on our year in the past, what worked and what did not work, we're going to leave what did not work and take what worked into goal setting. So last year in my reset video, I showed you guys a book called 12-Week Year, which kind of replaces the idea of annualized thinking with thinking or treating your year as 12 weeks. So when you're creating these goals for 2023, right, you're going to create a list of goals and then pick about 3 or 4 of them, 3 at a time. Let's do 3. And you're going to focus on those 3 goals for 12 weeks. Your year is now 12 weeks. And even though you might not complete that goal in 12 weeks, what can you do in those 12 weeks to get closer and closer so that by the end of the actual calendar year, you've reached that goal instead of kind of procrastinating and saying, oh, I can worry about that goal in July. You know what I mean? Because you keep pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off. Next thing you know, it's October. You can't push it off when you only have 12 weeks. Okay? And so I feel like the idea of the 12-week goal theory has helped me, 1, become more efficient with my goal setting, but 2, becoming more intentional. And I really want you guys to remember the words intentional, because that's going to be one of my 2023 goals. Again, I'm not going to speak too deep into the book, but I will make sure to leave my full explanation in the top of the video or in the cards and in the bottom. And the book will always be linked at my Amazon storefront. It's an amazing read. And I definitely think it's a great book, a self-help kind of book to get yourself going with your goal setting. So I'm using my Booked and Busy planner. I believe it's from the Booked store. I'll have the @ name down below or somewhere, but I purchased this year because it did catch my eye. But in here they have like a list of focus areas for the year. So when you're setting your goals, think about some goals for family, physical fitness, financial goals, personal empowerment, spiritual, health, professional, and then relationship or socially, your social goals. So take a minute and write some goals down. So while you guys are writing down some of your goals, I wanted to share with you 2 examples of my goals and how I plan to attack them from a 12-week year standpoint. So one of my goals is to gain a new stream of income, right? And one of them would be influencing, content creation, that sort of thing. So some things that I'm going to be doing over the next 12 weeks, and granted, this is kind of a goal that's going to happen throughout the year consistently, but for this first quarter, what are some things I can do to get that going, right? So on my list of things, I may have pitched to a certain amount of brands every single week. So let's say every week I'm going to pitch to 5 brands that I really want to work with. Some will be dream brands. Some will be brands that I know work with smaller influencers. Some brands are going to be brands that I've already purchased, own, use on a daily that I can vouch, you know what I mean? And kind of work my way from there. Another thing that I might want to list in the next 12 weeks is committing to a content schedule and staying consistent, because when we looked and reflected on the year prior, consistency is kind of what got me to my 2002 goal. So I'm going to bring consistency into 2023 and commit to a posting schedule. So for YouTube, I'm thinking my posting schedule is going to be Tuesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. And that may change, but that's what we're going to start off with. And of course, that may change if my analytics change. If I see you guys are on at a different time of the day, maybe most of my viewers are on at 4 o'clock. I might switch to Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 o'clock. I'm always going to go based off my analytics because the numbers don't lie. But consistency, I want to consistently show up. So my tribe, my family, you guys know, every Tuesday and Friday at 1 p.m., I'm tuning into BeeSaddity TV because Bianca's going to have some content for us, right? So that's something else that I want to commit to. I feel like I kind of got a little better towards the end of last year, but this year I really want to hone on a schedule and stick to it. And with that being said, every Friday will definitely be hair content, texturized hair content. If y'all didn't know, I made a playlist called Texturized Hair where everything relating to my texturizing hair journey will be located. So I'll make sure that's above and below so you guys can check that out. So those are 2 things that I would put under that goal specifically for the next 12 weeks, right? There's many other things that I can do, but just to give you guys an idea of some things that I would do. Okay, and lastly, we are going to be creating a vision board. So last year, I don't think I did it with you guys on YouTube, but I went ahead and created a digital vision board. And I know I'm a paper and pen type of girl, so I know there's people that like the physical, like printing out magazines and cutting them out and putting them on a board, and that's fine. If that's what works for you, please do that. But for me, I'm definitely more digital, so it's a lot easier for me to kind of have it digitally. That way I can save it to my phone. It's my laptop background or screensaver. It's my iMac screensaver. It's my job computer's screensaver. It's everywhere. My iPad screensaver, y'all, everything is the same screensaver. I kid you not. Because you need to see your goals all the time. And if I have a board on my office, the only time I'm going to see it is when I'm in my office. Or if it's in my bedroom, I'm only going to see it every night when the lights are off and I'm going to sleep, you know? So I like to do the digital vision board because I think it worked best for me. So I'm going to show you guys what I did last year, and then we are going to switch it up a little bit. So how you're going to do your digital vision board, you're going to go back to that master list that I told you guys to do earlier and write all that list of goals that you created, and go to any search engine, Google, Instagram, Pinterest, just to name a few, and type those words into the search engine and see what comes up, and start saving your pins. Make a pin board, call it 2023 vision board, and just start saving pins, screenshotting Instagram pictures. I don't like to only do Pinterest. I do like to use Instagram as well because the content kind of switches up, but definitely go through and screenshot anything that relates to those lists of words that you created earlier. And then we are going to compile all of those pictures and screenshots, and we are going to take them to a software that I like to use called Canva.
All right, guys, so this is my vision board. I didn't show you guys on Canva. There's so many tutorials that you can look up, and it's also very, very easy to use with the free version. But these were all of my screenshots that I compiled, and I kind of just played around with it until I liked the way it looked. You see my 3 important words: intentional, discipline, and delusional, and then a whole bunch of other pictures to kind of leading towards a lifestyle that I envision myself, not just in 2023, but what I want to work towards. So this is mine, and I hope you guys came up with some really cute ones yourselves.
All right, guys. So now that we have reflected on our year prior, created our goals for 2023, used those goals to create our digital vision board, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, which I wasn't going to say initially, but I was scrolling on Instagram while looking for some pictures, and I seen this idea and I thought it was really, really good. And I'm going to call it the jar of gratitude. So basically what you do, it says this January, start the year with an empty jar. Each week add a note with a good thing that happened. On New Year's Eve, empty the jar and read about the amazing year you had. And I think that's important because especially when you're like hard on yourself, or you like, I think as human beings, we tend to always look at the bad things that happen. Like, oh my God, this happened, or this didn't happen, or this didn't go the way it should have, or whatever, right? So I think that's a great idea, and I'm definitely going to do it. So I need to find me a jar, and we're going to make a post-it. I guess you should do it at the end of every week. So let's say every Saturday. But I'm going to start my jar with monetizing my channel, because I applied and got accepted this week. So that's what I'm gonna put in my jar for this for this week. And then every week we're just gonna add something new. I'll definitely try to remind you guys and incorporate it in my vlogs and my other videos throughout the year. But I think it's a great idea. It's literally no money. Find a jar, a bottle, a juice bottle, anything you have in your house, and get little post-its, rip up paper, whatever you have to do, and write your what good things happen. And I think that would be a great way to have gratitude and remember all the good things that happened at the end of the year, instead of focusing on what didn't and what could have happened. All right, guys, so now that we've done our jar of gratitude, that's all that I have for you guys today. Comment down below if you guys have any other advice or tactics that you guys are going to do for 2023. I would love to see what you guys have in the comments, and I'm sure others would like to see what others are saying. This here is a community, it's a family, so make sure you let us know what you plan on doing for 2023. And I know earlier you guys commented on what you achieved in 2022. I also want to know, what are you going to achieve in 2023? What's your one goal for 2023? I can't wait to hear it. I wanted to end off the video with my 3 words of the year. One, so y'all keep me accountable. And if you guys want to drop your words of the year, definitely leave those below too so I can hold you accountable. My 3 words of the year are going to be intentional, discipline, delusional. Definitely going to get real delusional with my goals this year, and I'm coming for everything that's for me. So make sure, and I want each and every one of you to do the same. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and setting some goals. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much. As always, make sure that you like this video if you did like it. Comment down below and subscribe to the family. I'm so happy to have you guys. We're happy to have each other, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.